I'm pretty sure Corey's coming. Justine has a thing she was going to tonight, and so was Paula. And so it might just be us. And I'm pretty sure Corey's coming, but she's always trying to get home from work and all of that. So, Andrew, you got to see the video also, right?
I did.
Yoo-hoo! So I'm going to go.
I look forward to it.
I know, me too. I love, I sometimes watch it like 2 or 3 times over just to,
Yeah.
So really quick, I wanted to talk about how, during the meetings, I'm going to try and get through all of our content really quick, and then we can just really open up. I still want, we're going to do check-ins and all of that, and I still want feedback. But when we get into our super deep conversations, I want to try and get all of our content in first and then move to the super deep conversations.
Sounds good.
Although I totally understand that sometimes something's triggered, and if we're that second night, that conversation with all of you was so profound, and I feel like it was, all of us had epiphanies, and that was vital. And I think that there's going to be times like that where we are just going to get interrupted and we're going to follow through and hack it out. But I think that we've all come a long way with noticing our emotional hunger, and that's really having a huge impact on all of our lives. So, I guess let's start out with the check-ins. Does anybody want to start? Andy, are you able to eat any food now? Or are you still struggling? I mean, are you still pretty sick?
It's been difficult. It's been a lot of soup, and then I don't know how I spaced out, but I totally did not even see the daily check-in where you would go in and note everything. I don't know if I did that or combined it with what I thought was journaling. My brain just didn't even focus on that. So I'm starting to go in there and do that now. But yeah, food's been a lot of, it's good that I can eat anything because it's always been comfort food. So it's there has been no no's because I just eat everything because I just feel like crap. So it's just oh yeah, I will go make whatever I want.
Are you paying attention? You heard all about the 6 hungers. Are you trying to pay attention to which hunger is affecting each time you eat and paying attention to those voices in your head? And I mean, I don't know, the little devil and angel, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, especially today because I find that I'm just used to eating at lunchtime. So whether or not I'm hungry or not, it's 12 o'clock from having had, jobs that are my lunch breaks from 12 to 1, that I just, become Pavlovian and just that's the time to eat. So you go eat. And I specifically noticed it today. I'm I'm not hungry. I'm going in here and getting something to eat. I don't know if I'm really hungry, but okay, let's just get something to eat. And so I did, and then that made me think that, well, it's because it's 12 and you're not hungry. Are you thirsty? Are you something else? And so, yeah, there has been a lot of thought processes now behind what I'm eating and why I'm eating it. So
try to really pay attention to what hunger is driving you to eat at that particular time. And I know that I'm repeating myself a lot, and I'm going to keep repeating myself because I just want to really make you guys super conscious of all of this, to really pay attention to what hunger is driving you. Maybe even print out that or write down the different hungers. And if you make sure you understand what each hunger is, and even if I love that you were saying, am I thirsty? You were paying attention to that. And I love that. It could be all 6 hungers at once, that are affecting you. So if it's 1 or 2, just be super aware of that. Do you feel like part of your conversation was that Eric's allowing you right now, so that's kind of an excuse?
Oh yeah. There's frozen cookie dough in the freezer, and I'm just like, oh, let's go grab one. I can. So yeah, I think there's been a lot more. I've been grabbing a lot more stuff than I normally would in the past few days, and
That's super.
um, I mean, it's good, but it's bad. 'Cause it's like, oh, Andrea, come on, you know. But I'm following what everybody's saying, and I'm doing it, and I'm doing it, and I'm being aware that this is bad. Why are you doing this? Are you doing it because you just want to, or because you feel like crap, or you just want to, and it's freedom, or then have the freedom to say no. You know what I mean? To say freedom to say yes and freedom to say no.
But it's good
So,
you're
yeah.
having those conversations, and it's bringing it out there, and you're really aware of your relationship with the food. Is anybody else finding that they're kind of using this week as an excuse to do more than what they would normally do?
Yes.
Isn't that interesting? When there's a food that we want, we always find a way to talk ourselves into it. Do you guys remember me telling you that let's eat the way that we normally eat? So it's kind of interesting. But nobody's doing anything wrong, because this is very common, and it's just super interesting to see. It shows how we self-manipulate,
It's starting to gross me out.
which is good.
I know.
And that's why, if you keep forcing yourself, that's why this week is so important. And I'm sure it really freaked you guys out a little bit when Eric said some of you are probably going to gain a little bit of weight. But don't be scared of that, because it's going to come off really easily once we get into it. But you're making lasting changes. It's already so in your head, Sandy. It's great that you're noticing that you're not wanting some things.
It's true. I'm actually not. Things are really grossing me out.
I'm having a little bit of that too. Yeah.
But keep doing it. It's super important. But
Brian's coming home tonight, so I'm gonna see if he'll take me to Mexican, and then I'm gonna go have ice cream, which I haven't had for a long time, and I don't even crave it. But I just want to see what it does. Then I want to see how it makes me feel, because I actually haven't had it for a while. I don't know. Is that backwards, or?
If you're having even the slightest,
I'm not having it. No, I don't have zilch. So I'm wondering if I should just leave it at that, or do I go get it and try it again?
I mean, would you?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
You normally do, though, with Brian, right? That's your little thing.
Yeah, but it's been a long time, I mean, I don't even, the last time I had it was when I was at Disneyland with Iris, and that was like in December. So, I mean, it's been like 2 months. It feels like forever. So I don't know.
Do you normally love ice cream?
I go through phases.
Then you should have it.
Yeah, phases phases like I won't have it for 6 months or a year, or I'll have it for 6 months and then I won't have it for a really long time. You know what I mean?
I'm
like a binger, is what.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think a lot of us are.
So my question is, should I eat the ice cream, even though I haven't been thinking about having ice cream for a couple of months, or any kind of sugar, really? I don't even have a chocolate craving.
I think if you, even every once in a while, have that craving, and you want to make sure that you don't anymore, I think it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I think that it would.
Well, I could try it out and see if there's anything there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Would that be a thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
I think so. I think it could help if you sometimes do feel like you want it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. All right then.
Because right now we're still your little devil, Eric,
right,
and I guess. So.
Yeah.
And if you think that, I mean, maybe you saying I'm going to do it just to try it out, maybe is that an excuse?
I'm going to do that with pizza too, and I haven't had pizza for a while, but I know pizza finds its way into my life. It totally does. So I'm just going to do it.
And now that you're so conscious, you can really pay attention to how it's making you feel.
Okay.
Andrea, did you notice anything else Andy I'm going back to you. Did you notice anything else that you want to share?
So I guess when they're talking about how do you feel afterwards, and I know that he was talking about like physically, how do you feel, and do you feel sluggish, and do you feel hyper, and do you whatever, and I'm not, and I don't remember if I mentioned this before or not, but I don't feel, yeah, the physical, like I'm not feeling the physical things, and like I said before, I notice because I'm constantly eating, so I don't know if I need to spread my meals out more, and I didn't know if he was talking about how we feel physically, or is he talking about how we feel emotionally? So I just wanted to clarify which one he's asking, or both.
It could be both, definitely. It could be you're feeling tired, or it could be that you are so used to feeling this way that you're not noticing that it is a bad feeling, or often, like if we asked you right now, how do you feel at this stage in your life, from a 1 to 10, health wise, how do you feel?
6, 7.
6, 7. So in 90 days, we're going to ask you how you feel, and you might say, oh, I feel a 10. But then if I asked you and you kept living this lifestyle, and I asked you, 6 months down the road after that, you might adjust your scale again, because, you might change it to say, oh, I feel a 6 or 7. We forget where we're at.
Right.
I'm just wondering if, I don't know if I'm explaining this well. I'm just wondering if you're so used to always feeling sick that it's not really standing out, or you're having body aches or headaches or full feeling.
I think just tired, just always feeling tired. And so I think that there's just always a sluggishness. And then just having lost my brother just a few years ago, like there's just always like an underlying depression. So there's always just a little bit of just not touching base with myself. So maybe zoning out. I don't think I've ever paid attention to my body. Like I don't think, and that goes back to childhood, I don't check in with my body. And so there is a very self-unawareness when it comes to that. And so, yeah, and I have done a few times where I've eaten really clean and done really good, and I have felt my energy go up, and I have felt joy of life more so than I have lately. So I do know, what it would feel like. I had, just to kind of tap into it and how you're feeling, my husband brought home dinner, went to a local restaurant to pick it up, and I thought I wanted this. I've been craving something, this sandwich that I really want, quesadilla. Like that sounds, everybody had been talking about taco night. I was like, I want a chicken quesadilla. So he brought it, and I took 2 bites, and I was like, oh, that's not good. It wasn't good. It really wasn't. It was a pretty crummy chicken quesadilla. Like my son could have made a better one. And I ate it, and the whole time I'm not going, oh, this is really not good, and this is not going to satisfy anything. And at the end, I'm sitting here, and I even typed it. I went to my little log, and I'm like, I'm so disappointed. Like I want to eat something else, because that was so not what I wanted, and it felt no hunger. It didn't feel any nutritional hunger. It didn't feel any emotional hunger. It didn't feel like any hunger whatsoever. It was just like, yeah. So.
Well, yeah. A month ago, would you have even noticed that,
Oh, it would have been gone so fast, and I would have been on to the next thing, or I don't even know if I would have even tuned in enough to know that I didn't like it. It just would have been insert go.
So that's exactly what I want to hear. That's beautiful. That's the perfect response. I'm so glad that you're noticing that. You are also in dairy. Sometimes you feel this weird feeling in your throat, and it just seems like you have tuned out all the pain so much that it's easier just to tune everything out. And
oh yeah,
so it's,
yeah, I'm a tuner outer of all things. So yeah, this will be very good for me to get back in touch with myself and my awareness, and who I am.
Like Sandy said, it's easier just to tune it out than to even deal with those emotions. So
Oh, 100%. Right.
yeah,
Totally
that's great.
agree.
Did you, and also make sure we pay attention to like how you're tricking yourself into eating too, but I think you're totally on it, and you're becoming so aware, and even if you're not 100% noticing it, I think you are. Really try and keep digging deep though, and really trying to look for those physical things that are affecting you. And
Yes,
probably,
I will definitely do that.
yeah, but you're doing great. You're right on track, doing perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sandy, do you want to share any of your experiences or how you've been doing observations of your dialogues or?
Well, I think, again, just to recap, the water is huge. And everyone that loves me has been telling me that, but I'm doing it because I said I would, and I'm a woman of my word. But I'm feeling better, and grossing out on certain foods really bad. And the breathing is huge. And I realized that, because I do disconnect from myself, I live in denial most of the time on purpose. I do realize, though, that I have had a dialogue the entire time. And, that one's going to be rough, but I'm trying to pay attention. So I'm nervous about the days ahead, not next week, but beyond that. I'm nervous about the cigarettes and the coffee. That's my, when he says, what's the one thing you don't want to give up? Well, you're not taking salt away from me, probably, because most diets don't. So I'll be okay with that. But the cigarettes and the coffee, I'm scared about.
We don't even know where we're at yet. So just stay in the moment, and also the more good stuff you're eating, the less bad stuff you want. So
I'm hoping that will work for me, and I'm not having a lot of anxiety about it because I'm breathing. But I am a little hesitant because I'm doing this. I'm dedicated, so I'm gonna do it, even if it's painful and I turn into a creep. If I don't talk during those sessions, when that time comes, you'll know why. Because I'm really nervous that I'm going to be cranky. But
we'll just take it one day at a time, and don't look too far ahead. Don't freak yourself out.
Not to, but really, most of the time I don't. I just today, that one, because he'll say, "Is there anything you're nervous about?" And he does that. I think, but I
think it's really close.
But the thing is that today I heard that, and I was like, yes, I am. I'm really nervous about this. But everything else, I mean, anything that could be taken out of my diet, I'm going to roll with it. I'll roll with all of it. I just hope I don't turn into a jerk. That's it.
I mean, if this helps at all, I've been on pretty much every diet there is, and the process that he takes us through, this is the easiest thing I've ever done, and the weight literally just fell right off of me.
Did you smoke, if you don't mind me asking?
I was not a smoker, no.
You were.
I was, when I was young, I was kind of a social smoker, really young.
What coffee, Melanie?
I'm sorry?
Did you drink coffee?
Mm-hmm. And to be honest, I still enjoy a cup of coffee every once in a while, but I'm not addicted.
But you're not addicted to it anymore.
Mm-mm. And I was I didn't drink a lot of coffee, but I needed my coffee in the morning. And we have a coffee maker that brews the coffee. And so I wake up to the smell of coffee, and I still wake up to it because Rich is a coffee drinker, and my Rich. And and he makes it, so I wake up in the morning and I smell it, and I'm okay with it. Every once in a while I want it, but it's out of my head.
I actually like the smell better than the taste. Strange.
That's true.
But did you get withdrawals?
I did get a little bit of withdrawal, but honestly, my nutrition was so boosted. The withdrawal symptoms were way less intense than when I had gone off coffee in the past.
Nice.
Before we take anything out, we're boosting your nutrition. And that's what the Alka-Geyser is all about.
Yay.
It's all this nutrition condensed in. And that's why it's really important that we're, when we're adding a big variety of high quality vegetables, and we want to make sure we have a variety of the fruits too. Don't just go for your same old. If you can, just try. We're trying to get as many nutrients as we can. And the Alka-Geyser is huge. You get so many nutrients in that also. So we're getting tons of nutrients. Your withdrawal symptoms are going to be much less than you've ever had to deal with before.
Good.
That's exciting.
Yeah. Anything else that you want to share that you've noticed or?
I've just really been tasting things differently now. That's the only real difference. Like I'm really tasting the first bite and the second bite and the third bite. And that's why I'm grossing out, because I make myself eat things that really aren't good. And so that's cool. I like that. That's about it. That's the whole of it, the sum of it.
Are you noticing that when you first talk yourself into it, when you make that decision to eat something, it's almost more of a euphoria than even actually eating it?
It is. That's true.
Yeah, you really pay attention to that. It's crazy. And you take that first bite and it's still, you think, and then it's just not as good as you thought it was.
Right. And also me wanting to have control over things, because we don't have any control over many things. But I really love the video where he's like, are you really in control? Really? Are you really free? And that's why I'm doing this, because I don't want any substance, food, cigarettes, caffeine. I don't want any substance controlling me at all.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, that's great. And then you can make the choice, like right now, I kind of live pretty strict wild fit. Well, right now I'm I'm a bit ahead of you guys, but living my day-to-day life, I'm on it Monday through Friday. And then my weekends, that's my permission to cheat. But I still, like, if I want to go cheat, I'll usually eat. Like, I notice I will have a few chips and salsa and I'm good. I'm done. I don't want any more, and like I told you guys a few weeks ago, I had a bite of my son's ice cream and I just wanted to try it. I didn't even really crave it. I was just curious, and it was like, oh, it's crazy how much it gets.
What flavor was it?
It was vanilla with a chocolate. He had made up some chocolate syrup from cocoa.
Oh, uh-huh.
And he had some bananas, and I was like, oh, I would have been so all over that. I'm just curious how I feel now. It's been a long time since I had it, and I didn't like it. It was I just mindlessly ate it. I don't know why. And sometimes
you just wanted to, it's almost like a measurement. You wanted to see where you are with it. That's kind of like why I'm going to, because I'm sorry, it's not my turn. I'm just
going. Yeah.
And by the way, you said Andy last time, and I just started talking because I thought you were asking me.
I know, it's hard.
Call me Andy. So I thought it was my turn then. I apologize. I just want to try these things is what I'm saying, because I haven't been doing them. And Brian works out of town, so I don't really eat a lot of stuff because when he's not here, I'm just like, don't eat that much.
So
it wouldn't show if you saw me,
Brian
but
could be part of your little devil. Oh, Brian's here and we usually go to do this, so we're going to go do this. So that's
yeah, or when my dad gets here next week, I'm going to be cooking. So I'll probably just eat everything that, I cook for my dad too. So I'll be eating next week.
Dad's some Alka-Geysers.
Oh, he loves that kind of stuff. He's actually asked me what this was about, and it sounded very interesting.
Nice.
Anyway.
So, Sandy, I'll let you finish. Do you have anything else you wanted
Oh,
to share?
oh no, I was actually done, but thank you.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, San. Love you. I'm the
Love you.
interrupter.
I was done. Totally fine.
Andrea?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, I have been paying attention, but it's mostly because I'm not eating anything that bad except for when I have tacos, and I'm like I'm going to eat some tacos. I don't ask why. Why I'm eating them is because I'm eating them and they're going to taste good, and every single bite tastes good. So good that I ate twice as many. I make, like, last night I was having 2 and then I made 4 because I had to go back and have 2 more, and I had a stomach ache and everything, but they tasted way too good, and none of the bites were different. Now some things, like tonight I have the chili beans and I put chips on the bottom and cheese, and I was getting a stomach ache while I was eating it because I haven't had chips very much. So I did have a second bowl even after my stomach hurt, but I didn't put chips in. So, but yeah, I'm paying attention, but I'm actually gonna, like I said, throw in some extracurricular things to see how I feel about those.
And I love that you guys are paying attention to your food angel and your food devil.
Mm-hmm.
I would encourage you guys to print out or keep, on your fridge or somewhere, put the 600
conversation. Oh, a 600.
600. So or put it somewhere so you really are paying attention to which
that's a good idea.
Are driving your decisions, because that's something super important that we need to get in our heads too. And I know you guys are so tired of me repeating the same thing over and over. I'm gonna check my messages really quick, Corey. Sorry, Corey's just texted me. Sorry. He messaged me, not text me. Okay. Hi, Mel and friends. I just came to get Daphne, and I have been dealing with situations that are happening, so I'm not home yet. Okay. Now I'm home, and both toilets are completely backed up. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, what a nightmare.
Oh, Corey. No.
Okay.
And are you guys, does everyone have a blender?
I do. My daughter has one that's great. Okay. So what is it what are they called?
Is it the Ninja?
Or Ninja?
I have a small Ninja and a regular blender.
I have a big Ninja.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Actually, Jack has a big Ninja.
Yeah, good. And she's that's cool.
And that you guys all got that. Make sure you eat the fruit on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense to you, or
you're
going to trust Eric for now that's...
I've actually heard that before, because I heard that it ferments on top of the other food and it just doesn't work out the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, I think about a year or two ago, you were telling me, Andrea, because I was having a hard time going to the bathroom, and you were telling
eat the fruit.
Yeah, but you said don't eat the fruit before you go because you have a full stomach. You're like, it's just going to ferment. And that was a while ago, but it's true. And then I get really bad heartburn. So he's right, completely.
Yeah, totally. Doesn't that make sense? That's good. I'm glad that he pointed that out. That was very good.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to notice you're going to be going to the bathroom a lot. Like things are going to flush through you, and not
the water is already helping quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking both ways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And don't freak out if they're green.
No, I've had that experience. I've juiced a bunch, so I'm actually stoked when it's green. I'm like, yes, I'm putting in a lot of good stuff.
It never happens for me. And I even eat beets, and I don't ever get like...
Purple?
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get purple every time.
I get purple. Yeah, you got to pay attention what's happening there.
I've
like
freaked
when-
myself out before. Like, oh shoot, am I bleeding? What's going on?
I know, that's so funny. Oh, I ate beets today. Yeah. So, yep. Yeah. I always thought it was old people talk when they talked about their movements and they checked. But that's the really important. That's to see how healthy you are. Is to check your stuff.
Dude.
It is big deal.
Have any of you thought about whether you're going to start tomorrow or you're going to start? You're what?
I'm starting tomorrow. I went to the grocery store. I'm excited.
Nice.
I'm going to the grocery store tomorrow, and I'm going to start on Sunday. It says 1 to 4 apples. What do you? Is that depending on the size of the apple?
Yeah, or the size of your blender, I think.
Or your taste too. You know, if it's for some people, eating all these vegetables in one drink is bitter, and so you can add the apple to taste to make it as sweet as you want. So that's
he
your
also said 12 ounces, right?
Yes.
So that's good.
It'll kind of vary depending on how much water you put in. You know, just get a good.
And if you add more vegetables, Sandy, it might be a little bit bigger or whatever. You know what I mean? But I think he said 12 minimum. He doesn't want you to have less than 12.
I'm one of those people that'll make myself a 32 ouncer, you know.
That's great. Good for you. Just make sure that if you have the apple in it, you can experiment and do it without the fruit. But if you're doing it with the fruit in it, you need to make sure that you're still doing it on an empty stomach.
Yeah, one apple's not going to hurt me. But if I was doing like 4, then I have to take a bunch.
Just to adjust her insulin.
Yeah. But later in the day, if you're feeling like you want to try an appetizer without fruit, go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love vegetable drinks. Love them. Okay. I love more than eating vegetables.
Okay.
Eating vegetables for me is like one of those things. It's like the thing on your plate you're not interested in.
Yeah, but you need to put the whole vegetable and you're not just juicing it out.
No,
Oh, okay.
With the fiber.
Right.
That's why
fiber.
Ninja instead of the juice.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
If drinking it every day feels unfamiliar or difficult, I know Sandy, I know Andrea, you do it too. But if it's difficult in any way, just try and think of what kind of positive dialogue you could create to support yourself.
For what? I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Just think of what kind of positive dialogue you can use to support yourself in drinking it. You know, really.
Oh well, I already have a concoction that I've tried out before I started this program. So I have a juicer too, and so what I do is that I juice the celery and the kale or some of the kale or whatever, and maybe like an apple, and then I use that liquid to put on top as my liquid and then I can thin it out so you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah,
I can stretch it out. So instead of adding water, I'm adding like way more vitamins. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's a good way to go.
To like, I don't know if Andy, if you have, I mean, it is really bitter for some people when they first start, or for Justine or Corey when they listen to this video.
Oh, were you not talking to me now?
Before, so
I was trying to talk to all of you on that point.
Okay.
Sorry. You're into the juicing or whatever, Andy Barkley, Andy B.
Yeah, I juiced before, so I'm not concerned about it. My only concern is 12 ounces seems like a lot, and so that was my only concern. But yeah, I'm not concerned about the taste or the bitterness.
Okay, good. That's great. And then the water, that's huge. Thanks for bringing that up, Sandy. Everybody's drinking all their water. Are we paying attention and getting our intake?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. Are you guys noticing anything? Are you feeling more full? Are you feeling more energy, Sandy?
Oh yeah, all the above.
I mean, when she got on this video, it was like she just looks so alive and vibrant.
It's crazy, the difference. It is just crazy. I mean, I was already starting to drink water more. I loved water growing up. It's weird that I think the grief for me has just made me like not want to take care of myself at all. and I always had issues. I've always been disconnected from my body in many ways, but in the last couple of years, it's just been brutal. But I have Andrea who calls me or texts me, "Did you drink your water?" or "water," or she just sent me water drops, And sometimes she got me the bottle. I have the half-gallon jug, and there's been like weeks where it just sat next to my bed and I didn't even touch it, which is awful. But I use it every day now, and I drink more than one of those a day now.
That's great.
Congratulations, Sandy.
Andy,
Awesome.
You guys, God, you have no idea how much this means to me.
Andy Barkley, I loved your post in the Facebook about your water, and that I didn't even know that the Fitbit.
Yes.
Talk of that. That's really cool.
It keeps
Yeah.
track.
That's how you're. Is that how
Oh,
you're?
don't you have one, Sandy?
I do.
No,
I don't.
Mhm.
I don't use it.
I have a few really huge Big Bubba things that hold the full 64 ounces, and I've been drinking that for a very long time. But to get into that, habit, I started with the one that kept the citrus at the bottom, because then you had flavored water, and so that made it really easy. And then it was like, okay, but how many of those do I need to drink? And then I got the one that attached to your Fitbit, and then it's got an app, and so it'll like ping you, like if it's been a while and they notice that you haven't been drinking, it'll ping you and let you know time to drink. It's been like an hour or whatever your setting is. So that helped as well. And now I've worked up to where I carry my big 64-ounce Gorilla with me.
Nice.
You don't
Nice.
even need a reminder anymore. You've just got it.
Yeah.
One thing I want you to, now that we're into the whole fruit deal, just make sure that if you're adding fruit to your water, to keep it in the mornings. It's okay if you
Yes.
want to add some lemon to it, but anything else, if you want to add, we're totally fine if you want to add like some cucumber or something like that, but the fruit, let's keep it just to the lemon after you start eating. But my daughter has one of those, and they're pretty dreamy. I love the one with the infusing, where you can infuse your flavors and stuff. And tea, I drink tea constantly. I love my mint tea and I love my chamomile tea, and those are they're fine to drink as well. The caffeinated teas, or you want to be really careful, make sure there's no added. Oh, actually, we're not in that point yet, so we're fine if you have added sugar to your tea.
What about
Sorry.
chicory?
Spoiler.
I kind of figured that was going to happen, not the spoiler. I kind of assumed that some things are going to leave.
That at some point, sugar probably will leave, right? At least
course.
sugar, right?
But I need that to happen. So
Melanie, Melanie, what about chicory?
Oh, I don't know
does
about
that have
that.
caffeine?
That's a
I'm
good.
not.
I don't think it does.
Doesn't. And when there's a time when I was getting off of coffee, and I was gonna, and I was thinking, okay, I gotta remember this when we get to the coffee part, especially for you, Sandy. Is I switched over to chicory, and there's a company called Tea-Chino, and they make ground chicory for like coffee makers. They also make it in like a tea bag, and it doesn't have caffeine in it, and then no sugar or anything, but it's got that roasted coffee flavor. So the transition for me when I was getting off of coffee, I did it through the Tea-Chino cup. And at first I was making like half, I'd like do half the ground for coffee and then half was the chicory. And then I slowly just made it to the chicory. And now if I'm on the run, I'll just get a tea bag with the chicory in it, or I have bags of it. And they have different flavored ones too. And I'm going to have to be careful because I'm sure in the flavoring there might be some hints of sugar in it. But the thing is it's not caffeine, and it leans more towards an herbal tea versus a coffee. It's not caffeinated coffee, not at all.
Awesome.
That's
I'll probably try that.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna check in and just make sure that it's approved. At this point, I'm sure it's fine. But I'll definitely look into that. Real quick, let me address flavorings. So I don't know if Eric has talked about this on the videos yet, but we all know the difference between natural flavoring and flavoring? So
Yeah, I think he's touched on it.
flavoring is chemicals. It's, you know, these chemical companies come up with these flavors and smells. They can make anything,
Yeah, he talked about it.
anything
Yeah.
in the world. And natural flavoring is those chemical flavors with just the tiniest little bit. Like if you get a lemon flavor, you're getting a bunch of chemicals, and the FDA guidelines are that they just need the tiniest little bit of that natural food that to claim it as a natural flavoring. So we need to be super careful with flavorings and make sure they're not chemical and that they're real. But I'm definitely going to check into this chicory because I would be interested in that too. So if every once in a while I needed I wanted a coffee as a,
Yeah, it's probably fun because it doesn't have sugar or caffeine. You know, it's just kind of like a maybe like a yerba mate or something. But that's more like tea. But it's ground, isn't it, Andy? Isn't it a ground thing, like ground like coffee? Or I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
You froze.
Yeah, you did.
I lost you. Are you there?
chicory.
Well, I have it on my list, and I'm
I'm
gonna.
here.
Oh, okay. There you are. Your screen is frozen, and
I'm
I
here.
can't.
You know what? My Wi-Fi in this room's not so good, so maybe that's what it is. Hold on. I'm checking. I'm going to move to a different room.
Okay. So, and then the breathing also, that's super, super important. Everybody's doing their breathing.
Yes.
Yep.
I love it.
I do too. I actually look forward. I mean, I'll look forward to it, but I enjoy the breathing. Where in the beginning, it was kind of irritating, but now I get so much from it. It feels I'm loving it.
You know, I couldn't breathe deeply for the first day, and now
it's isn't that a trip? It
It's like
totally happened like that for me. Yeah, I feel like my lungs are all stretched, and I can take these nice big, deep things of oxygen. It's pretty cool.
Rich noticed that my coloring's better
Yay!
because it's the oxygen from the water, from the breathing.
Yay, Sandy!
And for those of you that are starting this weekend, I mean, you're probably gonna feel really full. You're gonna have your water, and you're gonna have your alkagizer that's giving you a bunch of nutrients, and you're still gonna have to keep eating as you would before, and it's gonna be harder. Sandy, you're gonna find it. Those feelings that you've been having about a lot of food is going to increase. And
well, good, because if I don't get grossed out, it's going to be hard to get rid of them. So the hope to get grossed out.
And not only are you going to be grossed out, but you're going to be feeling a lot more full, and you're going to kind of having to almost be forcing yourself to eat. But I know it's kind of hard, but I want you to keep doing it.
Yeah, the fight with me is going to be, but I don't want to do it anymore. But but I don't want to.
That's
and now your angel is winning, and your devil's like trying to fight that fight.
That's cool. I'm stoked. It's already changing, you know?
Yeah. Getting results already is a very cool thing.
It is.
Are any of you guys vegetarian?
No.
Nope.
Okay. So
well, I don't eat beef or pork. And I'm kind of freaked out about fish because of all the mercury.
Yeah.
So I've mostly been eating chicken. That's pretty much where it ends for me personally. So that's going to be kind of boring, but
there's a million ways you could eat it. I mean, do you eat you don't eat any fish?
Well, I will.
Okay.
And it's pricey, and then I'm forking it out to get some mercury. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a thing, you know. So I'd rather pay the extra money and just buy free range chicken or organic chicken or something, you know.
What about turkey? Do you eat turkey?
Oh yeah, no, I eat turkey too. Yeah, I don't really like it as much, but I do eat it.
There's so many different ways you can cook chicken, and you can get your variety in your veggies and the different ways that you cook your chicken. And
I feel that's fine. That's the way I've rolled anyway. And I probably won't eat chicken more than once a day unless I have like chicken salad and then chicken roasted at dinner. But I probably won't even eat any meat until the end of the day.
Chicken gumbo.
Eggs, baby chickens. And
eggs are great. Eggs are absolutely, that's a great way to get your protein.
Yeah. I love eggs. So there you have it.
And, you know, the quality of our food is definitely important. If you have a farmer's market, that's probably the best place to go. Since you lucky people live in California where you can have good food year round. But, you know, if you can buy organic, that's preferable. You know, if it's absolutely impossible or it's not you're not able to, you still need to get your fruits and vegetables, but absolutely non-GMO or organic is definitely preferable. Fresh is, as Eric said, is definitely preferable, but you know, if you need to cook your veggies, that's the only way you're going to eat them, then do it.
Oh, Melanie. Go ahead.
No, you
I
go.
just had a question real quick. So he was saying on the video today, just, you know, the Alka-Geyser, and then 2 servings of vegetables. So just add a serving of vegetables to 2 of your meals, or, I mean, I eat vegetables anyway, not a lot, but is that the deal? Is that?
I mean, you can gorge yourself on vegetables. I would say at least 2 servings of vegetables. I mean, if you're already used to eating vegetables, this should be really easy for you, but there's a lot of people that never eat vegetables.
Right.
I eat a large portion of vegetables. Like, you know how it could be, you know, a big part of your plate. I'm like the kind of person who gets a teeny little serving of vegetables.
You know what I did today? I had a huge bowl. I don't know if you like Brussels sprouts, but I had a huge bowl of Brussels sprouts and I just dipped them in mayo.
They're just so expensive.
Yeah, so that's what I just had that for lunch. Huge bowl.
Andy, I used to hate Brussels sprouts, but if you make them the right way, they are dreamy. I'm actually love Brussels sprouts now. Even my kids. Isn't that crazy?
Okay, then I need the recipe because I've tried them roasted. I've tried them so many different ways, and I just can't get past that.
Oh, even roasted?
Roasted with garlic?
Grilled?
I tried them roasted with bacon. Like, how could it not be good roasted with bacon? And we still
you might just hate it. It might just not be a vegetable for you, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll try. I mean, I have no problem trying again.
Or you can try like shaving them and putting them on your salad. So
just eat broccoli instead. Don't even eat Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't
have to eat Brussels sprouts.
There's so many
they're filling.
Like, I grilled bok choy the other night. It's so dreamy. It's so good on the grill. I mean,
wow.
This has made me actually experiment with different veggies that, I mean, I used to always have my regular go-to, and now I experiment a lot. And that's the same thing also with the Alka-Geyser. Remember that is just a base recipe. You can switch it up and you can add, in fact, I encourage you to, because we need that variety in our diet. So feel free to switch it up. Like sometimes you're going to have kale, or sometimes you might want to put in arugula and get it a little peppery, or, you know, switch it up. And there's a bunch of different kinds of kale. And, you know, if you struggle with your veggies or with a variety of veggies, Andy or Sandy, the Alka-Geyser is great. You know, I'll just chug an Alka-Geyser just to get my greens, or, you know, chug it several times a day.
I love cold veggies. It's the warm veggies I get weird about. But I'm into it. Like I'm telling you, Brussels sprouts right now sound delicious.
Well,
That's
there's your
because
warm veggie.
I've got some
Yeah.
waiting for me right now. And I
Nice.
used to couldn't even stand Brussels sprouts too, and I changed before Wild Fit. I just started getting a taste for them. I don't know why, but
Hey, Mel,
I
they
smell
have purple Brussels sprouts at Trader Joe's. Purple.
I
They
miss
don't taste any different, but they just look really pretty.
Oh, you
Yeah.
know my go-to seasoning. I put on everything, salad, everything but the bagel.
Oh,
Love it.
ew.
That stuff is. I know you posted it, and
I love it.
I got so much when I moved to Colorado. I had to stock up, and because I eat it on.
You don't have Trader Joe's?
No,
Oh,
nowhere.
well, we're going to have to send you care packages.
Andrea sent me a bunch of that coconut aminos. I love that stuff too. I use it all the time for cooking, and
That's what's going to be good for salad dressing, Sandy, is the coconut aminos in Andy.
And
So-
where do you get that? I haven't
Trader
tried.
Joe's. Trader Joe's.
I love Trader Joe's.
the health food
Yeah.
store has one that's really sweet and tastes really sweet. But Trader Joe's coconut, and it's super expensive. But Trader Joe's is
It's
reasonably
like a couple
priced.
bucks, maybe $2.50 or whatever.
Okay,
Oh.
there's a website called Vitacost. I don't know if you guys have heard of Vitacost, but they have complete sections that are like paleo, etc. The shipping is usually within a couple of days. I've gotten everything from vitamins there to sea kelp noodles there to coconut aminos.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they have Bragg's. They've got Bob's Mills. They've got it's tons of different stuff. And as much as I love going to Trader Joe's because I like to be hands-on, touch, and whatever I can't find there, or if I want to get it cheaper, Vitacost. Check it out.
Okay,
That's
thank you
hot.
for that.
Will you put it on the Facebook, Andy?
I will.
Oh, cool.
Thank you so much. Because
Yeah.
I live in the tiniest little town in Southwest Colorado, and
Mhm.
we can get good farm raised food and my fresh eggs and all that, but our farmers market is so expensive in the winter. And
Where are you at, Melanie?
in Dolores, Colorado, like right southwest, right on the corner.
Is
Just
that
south of
near
Telluride.
Durango at all? Or
Yeah, my son was born in Durango. I'm just west of Durango, and actually Lucas is going to college there. Yeah,
it's
I
on
love
the
Durango.
list of place to visit someday. It's on
Hey,
the list.
where did you hear about Durango?
My ex-mother-in-law moved there.
Ah,
And she would send me pictures,
No,
and
they
then I
won't see
read the
seconds.
book about Telluride.
Wait,
My friend
I was
Ann.
just there today.
look, there's Mel.
Hi, Mel. Okay,
Hi,
I'm
guys.
gonna
Oh, she
We're
just
the
said hi.
Hi, me.
He just got home. Sorry. Yeah, she could hear you because you said hi and she could hear you, and my microphone works really well.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sandy, I just got back from Telluride, like right before this meeting.
I want to go there because I read the book about it.
Oh, the Tomboy Bride.
Yes.
Did
That's
I
great.
loan you that?
Yes.
That's a
Oh,
great
cool.
book.
Look
So,
at us.
You guys are all welcome. Come visit me, and I'll take you to Durango and Telluride.
And can we go to
Sounds
Mesa
great.
Verde too?
Mesa Verde.
Yay.
Absolutely.
I'm game.
It'll
Well,
cost you
Get my health together. I'm
Trader
so like
Joe's.
places.
Sorry, Andy, what did you say?
I said it'll just cost a bucket of fresh fruit from Trader Joe's.
Absolutely. And they have like all the nuts that are such good prices. And
Right.
every time, when we lived in Colorado before, we used to plan our vacations on where there was a Trader Joe's.
Nice.
We have one on the eastern slope, but oh well. Okay, so just I want to make sure I got everything. Oh, did everyone? Andy, also thank you for. I love that you posted your before pictures on the website. That is, I love it. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for sharing with everybody. Did you guys get your pictures?
Yeah, but I'm not putting them up. Good job, Andy. You look way better than me in my pictures. So
Oh,
yeah.
I'll post them if I look better. I'll do it before and after if I look a lot
Oh
better.
yeah, that's a good one. Uh-huh.
Sure.
But you did take them at least. So
Yeah, of course
Okay.
I did.
Yes.
I love Andy's thing. I'm starting my accountability right now. I love
that
it.
was good.
Nice.
Beautiful. And then the daily check-in, that's the accountability also. I mean, it's I highly recommend it.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a good another little accountability to check in.
Melanie, I have a question for you.
Mhm.
You sent me my passcode to WildFit, and I saved it, but I put it on my notepad, and I don't know what I was doing one day, but I erased it.
There should be a spot where it says you forgot your password, and they'll just email it to you.
Oh, okay.
You should be able to click like right below the sign in.
You don't have it anymore?
They send it directly from the headquarters to you.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'll get it to you. Yeah, I don't have access to your guys' personal accounts.
Not that I can.
I'm not seeing your pictures. I'm not seeing your daily check-ins.
I should send my before picture. It's so awful. I send it to you so you can see how bad it is. I actually really look different in 1 week from the water.
Wow,
that's great. That's great. I'll get mine too, and I'll share with you guys. I'll send you guys my before and afters.
You look fantastic, by the way.
Yes, you do. Your skin is like glowing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Wild fit living, guys. It feels good. It does feel good. And Andrea, you know how
I do.
messed up I was pretty messed up.
Well, you weren't messed up, but you're way better now.
Physically, I was very sick and tired, and I had
I know you did. I
always had the dark circles and the craters in my eyes, and even my wrinkles. Like, I'm total anti-injection of any kind, and I was so wrinkly, and my wrinkles have reduced.
Yay!
So another little, I think, well, the nutrition and all the water intake too. That's a big thing. It just pumps your face up or something. But I looked sick constantly, didn't I, Andrea?
Well, you had circles. You look beautiful to me all the time because I love you, but I don't. I did see you had dark circles under your eyes, and I know that you were tired and grumpy and irritated. But not every day you were. But you know what I mean. I can see that you're much different now, and you're doing well. You seem a lot better.
That's I want to make a point to that too. The stress that we're putting ourselves through, it really affects not only the weight loss, but our health overall. And, my doctor strongly felt it's a huge part of my heart attack. So make sure, I think right now it might be a good idea. We've got all of our pre-measurements and our weigh-ins for a few weeks. I would really strongly suggest that you guys don't stand on the scale, because often some of you are going to have, some of you are going to start dropping weight at different, and some of you don't even need to, but you're going to start dropping weight at different times. I feel pretty comfortable in my weight right now, and this is about the weight that I want to be at. But I have like little weird fat pads or little weird spots on my body that are still, I know, are holding these toxins from probably my childhood. And I want to release all that, and I want to cycle in new fat. So right now I'm doing the Wild Fit also. Like I said, I'm ahead of you. I'm in the fat burning stage, but I'm doing that not because I feel like I need to lose more weight, but I want to release all these little, it's weird. I don't know if you guys have, like, all of a sudden I just started noticing these weird little fat pads on, like, weird little things all over my body. And I just want to release every bit of it. And I'm sure I can't get all of it, but I want to.
You might.
Exactly. I mean, I had a blood clot when I was pregnant with my son, and my left arm got huge. It was super swollen, and my doctors told me that's never going to go away. And this arm was always really big compared to this arm, and that's gone. And I thought like getting the fat off my arms was so hard. I couldn't do anything. I lifted weights and, you know, like I said, kickboxing and all of that, it wouldn't come off. And this is dropping it off.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool. I mean, just another little motivator that once we learn how to turn on our fat burning, it's so easy now. I've done it several times since my body's done that. It's like my body's trained and I can switch into it really quickly. It's a pretty cool thing. And then I'll just let the fat cycle back on, the good, you know, and then through the different seasons.
The new fat, not the old fat. We want to get rid of the old
the new fat that's going to hold in all of the good stuff, not all the toxic stuff.
Right.
So anyway, I just thought I would share that with you because it's pretty cool how it works.
My midsection is huge. I mean, comparable to my body. I actually have a small body. I'm little, but my midsection is giant. You know, I actually, I mean, people might think I was pregnant if I wasn't so old, but the thing,
sorry,
it's true. And I'm looking forward to that going away because it's also painful. And then the other thing is that when you are out of control with diabetes, your body is starving. And so it starts to eat itself because it doesn't have the nutrients. And so that's why I'm little. So I might gain weight because I'll be leveling everything out.
And some people come in and they stay the same weight, you know, their average size, but they end up staying the same weight, but their body composition completely changes. They go down several belt sizes, and that's why it's super important for us to take our measurements also, because there's huge transformation, and I've seen people with huge transformation, and they're the same weight that they started, but they look like a completely different person.
I think I'll gain weight because I've been literally sitting for 2.5 years, not doing anything. And I don't have the muscle I had. I've lost my muscle mass. So one of the reasons I'm doing this is so that I can be physical again, because I love to accomplish things. I love to be outside, and I'm just not doing it. I sit and think about everything I do. So I'm really looking forward to being energized, being able to build my body back up. And
what the hell's going on?
And anyway, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Me too. I'm excited for you. I'm so proud of you, Sandy. You've jumped totally in, and you've been a huge contribution to our group.
Well, thank you. I'm glad, because I could be annoying.
No, not at all. Okay,
and just wait till I quit the cigarette.
You have me for that, Sandy. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, no.
And don't get ahead of yourself and freaking yourself out about what might be coming. You know, just
no, I'm not. He asked the question again for like the 4th time, and I heard it, and I was like, not the food, it's the cigarettes. But I'm looking forward to it. No, who wants to stink, you know, and who wants to not be able to breathe? I'm not interested in being a slave to the cigarette company anymore.
Good for you.
Hey, I love you guys. Brian's here. I don't want to leave, but I only have one day with him, so I'm splitting the scene.
We're at time anyway.
Okay.
Bye, Andrea.
Bye, Melanie. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.
Does anyone else have any more questions or anything that you want to share?
I feel pretty good.
Me too.
All right. Okay.
Thank
well,
you for help. I really appreciate this.
Well,
More
I appreciate you being here.
Soon I'll write you a letter to tell you how much I appreciate it.
Oh, you guys have a great weekend, and I can't wait to hear about how your alkalizers go.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
See you Monday.
All right, we'll see you Monday. Good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.